Windsor police moving in to move out protesters blocking the economically vital Ambassador Bridge.
They're doing what they can in a reasonable way to try and resolve this.
Officers bolstered their ranks more than 12 hours after a court order went into effect to break up the days-long demonstration that has tied up cross-border traffic and halted hundreds of millions of dollars in international trade. Those here contend they've been losing money and their livelihoods for 2 years.
My kids don't deserve this. They deserve freedom. We can look 300 feet across the border and see freedom, and here we are. This is what our country looks like. It's a joke.
As protesters were pushed back, some packed up without any resistance. Though disappointed, they were being forced out. Others are determined to dig in, willing to be arrested over what they believe is a fundamental infringement on their freedoms.
The ultimate goal here is to have a peaceful resolution where the protesters go away on their own volition, that they don't need to be forcibly removed. But at the end of the day, if folks refuse to leave and they're just adamant that they're going to stay and undertake this protest, police will have no choice but to physically remove them.
It is local authorities that end up getting stuck doing the dirty work.
This security expert says local and provincial authorities are policing a protest that's morphed into a broader battle cry against, at least in part, federal policies and politics.
That means, I think, there will be considerable care taken by local authorities that they are not seen as being overly heavy-handed here.
With so much at risk economically at the Ambassador Bridge, do you feel like your city has been left to do the work of the federal government?
I think you're right. There's no doubt this is an issue with national importance and national significance and, frankly, national consequence if not dealt with properly. The activity is happening on technically a municipal roadway, and police have asked for additional resources from both the provincial and federal governments. Those resources have been sent down to Windsor.
But as Canada enters the third weekend of a crisis that's choked the capital, the stakes are high in Windsor.
It has to end in a success for police and for the state here. Now that we've begun enforcement action, if we fail, it will only embolden the protesters in Ottawa.
Now, many are wondering if Windsor police are moving in, then why not Ottawa police? Lopez says, for one, it's a very different space. Take a look at Windsor, for instance. It's wide open, giving police, he says, fairly good surveillance capabilities. Compare that now to downtown Ottawa, where protesters are far more entrenched. You have narrow streets, high-rise buildings, and tactics like how the trucks are parked that make enforcement far more difficult. Caryn Ceolin, City News.